At the end of chapter 24 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, there was a major revelation set on the table, and it wasn't really that shocking. Jura looked into Kawaki's eyes and said this: "I mean, I never expected you to come to Boruto's rescue, for as far as I know, there's only one thing in this world that you want to protect, and that is supposed to be Uzumaki Naruto. A while ago I went to Konoha seeking him, and was shocked to learn that he passed away, but now, looking into your sincere eyes, I'm convinced Naruto Uzumaki is alive, isn't he?" This whole conversation, or this scenario at hand, was foreshadowed in chapter 6 by Damon. It's been stated, Boruto and Sasuke are the only ones other than us who know the Hokage is alive, right? Though no one's likely to believe those two because they're considered criminals, if those claw grind monsters come here looking for the Hokage, wouldn't someone eventually figure out that you lied? And this is something we predicted on this channel, that the walls are finally closing in on Kawaki. And once these walls start to collapse around his character, we're going to get the Kawaki that we saw in the first chapter. But what makes this crazier, Ikimoto has the ability to do something very crazy and off the wall, and that's likely the death of Naruto Uzumaki. As much as I don't believe that's a possibility, it's still on the table. Because just think about it, if Naruto was to die, Kawaki will have no reason to protect the shinobi world, and then his only purpose would be to destroy it and the Otsutsuki, because everyone's going to be mad at him because he lied for so long saying that the Hokage was dead, meanwhile he was keeping them in his dimension. Then think about how everybody's going to react to that information. They're eventually going to rise up and go against him. But then again, we have to remember omnipotence, and omnipotence is very important in this scenario. That's what we're going to cover in this video. Kawaki slowly getting closer to becoming that dark character that we've seen at the beginning of Naruto, the fate of Naruto in the Boruto series, and also the fate of Eida. Before we start the video, just go ahead and hit that like button so we can beat the algorithm, and also subscribe if you want to be a part of this community. With that being said, you know it's theory time. Kawaki becoming the anti-hero within the Boruto series has been a part of his journey since he was introduced back in Boruto Next Generations. Since the removal of his limiters placed on his attack potency, Kawaki is closer into becoming that character because now we see him holding his iconic rod. Rod is iconic because that was the first weapon we saw Kawaki holding when he faced off against Boruto, the Hokage monument. As the story of Boruto Next Generations went on, we discovered that Jigen, Kawaki's adopted father, the abusive father, also used the rod. Taking us back to that moment where Kawaki realized that he was more like Jigen than he would like to admit, and Boruto stepped up and said, "You're nothing like Jigen," and we see Kawaki showing us that shadowy face right before they went to go ahead and rescue Naruto. Kawaki having the rod, we're one step closer, but then there's another step, and the step is the Leaf Village finding out that Kawaki lied about everything when it came to Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto wasn't killed by Boruto, and Kawaki's been sealing him in his own dimension. So just think about how everyone's going to react to this newly found knowledge. Just look at Sumire's face in chapter 24 when she found out that his parents were alive, or the fact that Jura figured it out. Mado and Sumire are now going to be looking at Kawaki sideways because already kind of figured that something was done to his mind, because he can look at Kawaki and see his signature based on his scientific ninja tools and his art, his craft. He can notice what he created. Sumire really didn't know the truth, and now that Sumire knows that Naruto is alive, Sarada is gonna find out. Everyone is gonna find out that Kawaki's been lying on Boruto's name for the last couple of years. But there's one major issue, and this issue is omnipotence. Even though they're gonna hear the truth, omnipotence is going to work on their minds. So even though Sumire knows and Sarada, they were already kind of immune to omnipotence. So them finding out the truth really doesn't matter. It's everyone else in the village that's very important, and it's crucial for them to know that Naruto's alive. Even if they hear that information, omnipotence is going to smooth their mind into believing that it's not the truth. That's what leads us to the second part of this video. who's gonna die between Naruto Uzumaki and Eida? I know you guys are thinking, Two Side, how did you even get here? Hear me out. I'm gonna start with the Naruto aspect of this theory first so you can kind of understand where I'm coming from. Think about it. What's the only thing important to Kawaki? That's Lord Seventh. Lord Seventh was the person who saved him from the darkness and his abusive stepfather. Who's the person that Kawaki looks up to? Lord Seventh. Why is that? Because he sees that the world is a better place because of everything Naruto has done. So it makes sense to progress Kawaki's character for him to lose his master just like Boruto. But the outcome is going to be different. Boruto lost Sasuke and took a vow to protect the world, while Kawaki's going to lose Naruto, which is going to cause him to spiral out of control and destroy the shinobi world. Just think about it. When we were introduced to Kawaki's character at the beginning of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, his only mission was to get rid of those members, and the only other member on the planet outside of Akabi is Boruto. Akabi is still up in the air, but it's kind of obvious what's going to happen with her character. So from Kawaki only wanting to kill a specific clan to Kawaki at the first page of chapter 1 saying, that's right, the age of the shinobi is over, something drastic had to happen to change his character. And a lot of people are speculating it's going to be the death of Naruto. And I want to agree. I feel like that would be peak character development for Kawaki. Everything he did was to protect Lord Seven. At the end of the day, he wasn't able to. Naruto dying is the low-hanging fruit of this story, and I highly doubt this is going to happen. Heck, I believe Boruto is going to die before any other character in the series. So what can cause Kawaki to spiral out of control outside of the death of Naruto Uzumaki? And it's simple. It's the death of Eida. I still believe that Momoshiki is an unreliable narrator events of the switch up of Kawaki and Boruto's lives. He told Boruto that omnipotence is permanent and there's nothing he can do to reverse the effects of this godlike ability, but I don't believe Momoshiki, because Momoshiki was basically trying to make Boruto give up his body to him. So it's like he wanted Boruto to be filled with dread, so Boruto would just be like, here's my body, destroy everything. And we all know Boruto wasn't going to do that. So I believe if we do kill Eida, there's a possibility that omnipotence will undo itself. So let's think about it. If Eida dies, that means the omnipotence that swapped Kawaki and Boruto's life will be uplifted. Do you see where I'm going with this theory? This means if anything happens to Eida in the future of Boruto Next Generations, say she gets consumed or killed by her brother, who will eventually become a God Tree clone because Momoshi's on the move. Eida's in danger. Momoshi is going to attempt to attack Eida. Eida's knight is Damon. Damon's ability that makes him the most broken character in the verse is that he can repel killing intent, but the Claw Grimes and the God Tree clones do not operate on killing intent. They operate off of instinct. So instantly, Momoshi already has one up on Damon because he can bypass his hacks, which is just crazy when you think about it. So it's obvious that Damon might become a God Tree clone in the next couple of chapters. And if Damon becomes a God Tree clone, it's obvious who his target is going to be. His target is going to be his sister. Or say Damon gets consumed and becomes a God Tree clone, or just gets defeated by Momoshi in general, Momoshi will be able to consume Eida as well. Like I said in so many videos, when we talk about the God Tree clones, they're going to have to show us what happens when they achieve their targets. If Matsuri doesn't come back, Konohamaru is safe. Hima is safe right now from Jura unless he does something insane and attacks her. We all know Hidari has nothing on Sarada because Sarada is too broken now, so it's nothing. So Eida is on the table of being consumed. Like I said in a lot of videos in the past, it's Eida and Konohamaru. Say Eida gets consumed by Momoshi and she dies, that means omnipotence will be uplifted on planet Earth. Then everybody's going to remember the truth. So then they're going to find out that Kawaki actually sealed Naruto, framed Boruto, and swapped lives using a godlike ability from Eida. That will cause enough havoc and chaos within Kawaki's life to force him to believe that he has to use brute force against the Leaf Village. Because I really don't see the situation of Naruto dying because Jura enters Kawaki's dimension unless Jura learns how to use his Rinnegan. I was talking to my boy Nick. The only way Naruto's life will be in danger if Jura learns how to use dimension travel with his Rinnegan. That's when we're going to have a problem, because he wouldn't have an issue to enter a pocket dimension created from Kawaki's dojutsu. If you remember, Sasuke and and everyone in the war arc, Kakashi, Sakura, and Naruto, were able to enter multiple dimensions created by Kawaki. As long as the God Tree clones aren't able to activate their Rinnegan ability, Naruto is safe and sound. So the only person that's on the chopping block as of now is Eida. But that's it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm